Hey, what's going on? This is Muriel from the Sunshine Family with brand new information on the channel about entry requirements for Costa Rica and the new length of tourist visa to enter Costa Rica. Yes, there is exciting news to share. But first, who is new to the channel, I wanted to warm welcome you and invite you to subscribe to the channel by hitting that little icon on the screen, tap the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. That's always Costa Rica related. Now, who am I and why I'm making these videos? I will share that in a nutshell right now, and then we're going to get right into the information. Yes, it happened, and what a surprise. I actually didn't see it coming. Costa Rica handles now 180 days of tourist visa, which is a real big benefit for those who want to live in Costa Rica but don't have residency yet. Now, why is residency so important if you want to live in Costa Rica? Well, officially you get a tourist visa, and that means that you can extend your tourist visa by getting outside of Costa Rica, so leaving Costa Rica and getting back in. Then it's called perpetual tourism, which a lot of expats do for a lot of years. But the fact is, if you have to do this every 90 days, was the old length of the tourist visa, you can calculate that you have a specific amount that you just need to save up to and see as life expenses. So when we were perpetual tourists, with a family of 4, every 90 days we had to go to Nicaragua or Panama or go outside of Costa Rica and pay for everything that comes to that. And for a family of 4, that is a decent amount. So we took that as monthly expenses. But now, of course, with a 180-day visa, you're paying less to be able to stay in Costa Rica. So I think it's a good thing. Why did it happen? Honestly, I don't know. I do know that Mexico had this already. And I do know that people like myself who want to leave Europe, we're choosing for Mexico over Costa Rica purely and only because of the length of the tourist visa and because of the expenses it takes to exit the country and get back in. But now Costa Rica has 180 days. Now, for who is wondering, but what are all the entry requirements? Well, in a nutshell, everything has stayed the same. Only the length of tourist visa has extended from 90 to 180. When you enter Costa Rica, you always have to show an exit ticket, meaning like a return ticket, the proof that you are leaving Costa Rica now within 180 days after entering. And you need to show a place of where you're going to stay. So it could be an Airbnb booking of a hotel, of your first hotel in San Jose, but they need to see that you have a place to sleep. If you have these two things, you're good. Now, there are some special rules for specific countries. I don't know from the top of my head which countries they were, but what is for who is that the rule to get 180 days? Basically for everyone who also normally would get the 90 days. But there are some countries who need to show some special proof that has to do with politics. I don't know, don't pin me on it. But for everyone else, everything stays the same. Now, also heard that, and that's the truth, that is a fact and reality. Don't pin me on it. Why certain people still get the amount of stays in days in the stamp corresponding with their exit ticket. Sometimes the customs agent, for example, at the airport, stamp your tourist visum the same amount as the length as your stay. So when your plane is leaving and bringing you home, for example. Why that happens sometimes, I don't know. A lot of people don't know. Sometimes it's just the mood of the agent helping you. Some things are not super clear. There's another vague area. For example, I'm a residency who applied for I'm a resident who applied for residency, so to say. I have a called expediente, meaning I have a document showing that I showed all my documents. It's all filed at migration. It's them taking so long, and they gave me a paper that gives me officially the rights as a resident, but because it's not officially applied yet or approved yet, I am officially also still a tourist. Now, my husband had the experience to coming from outside of Costa Rica, entering Costa Rica because he was visiting. What was he doing? He was taking a vacation elsewhere. And he came home in Costa Rica. He showed at the customs his expediente paper. And the guy working at migration said, "Well, welcome back. I see that you applied for residency. Welcome home, my friend." And stamped his passport, no problem, no questions asked. And I did the same because Dirk said I didn't have to show any return ticket. They didn't ask me where I stayed because I showed my expediente. And he said, "Well, welcome, my friend." He treated him as a resident. And I did exactly the same at migration, but I had someone else, obviously, and she was giving me a very hard time saying, "Well, this paper is not valid. I need to show right now your exit ticket or you will be in trouble." And I know the drill because I have been going out and in of Costa Rica. So I, at the spot, booked a return ticket with and you can find the link below my videos. At the spot, you'll receive the ticket. It's a real ticket, but it's refunding itself, and you pay more or less $12 for this ticket. So that saved my butt, but I was not scared. And she wanted me, it was very busy, she wanted me to step outside of the line and start all over again. I said, "No, todo bien. I have my expediente, but I also have a return ticket." So I said, "Momentito," and I pretended that I was scrolling in my email for the ticket, and at that time I just booked it. So there is this way of treating rules. Sometimes they give you a smaller amount of days anyways, and no one knows why. They're legitly it's possible for them to do that. This is just how it is. But now overall the ground rules are 180 days, showing a return ticket, and showing a place of stay at least one night in a hotel somewhere after arrival. When you show that, you're good. So I just want to say welcome to Costa Rica. If you're planning on coming to Costa Rica, it has been the best choice ever for myself and my family. We decided to move here from the Netherlands. I must say, thanks to our online business, we had the freedom of choice. I do know that right now, a lot of, more than ever, perpetual tourists are coming to Costa Rica, meaning they're looking for a way to stay here. One of the big breaking points that gets, how do you say that people are not successfully able to live here is because of finances, especially the lack of finances, because they have a job that doesn't allow them to work abroad, or they have a brick and mortar business is not allowing them to be locationally independent. It could be that people have retirement, but it's not enough. It has a retirement gap. And people really have their focus on Costa Rica because of it's super expat friendly. Well, look at me. It's for a reason. I live here over 5 years now. But my call to action is don't let the lack of finances have you stay away from Costa Rica. Fix that problem is the easiest way, I guess, than living like a zombie somewhere else you don't want to be anymore. Just you can learn how to generate income online. Just if that's you and you're curious, show me how, Muriel. There are several ways to go. The easiest way is to click the very first link below my videos, watch the next video, learn more, and get in touch with me, follow my steps, or take one of my courses, or just scroll around in the description below. There are several ways how I generating my income online, and I am a very experienced life and business coach. Since 2014, I'm teaching people from all over the world on how to generate sales, how to make an income passively online, how to get more exposure to an existing or brand new online business. It's my passion. This is what I do for a couple of hours per day while I live in Costa Rica. So for those interested in that, I am open to get to know you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you one day in Costa Rica. Congrats with the new extended tourist visa amount of days. I'm excited, and see you soon.